Namaskar. I can't hear you. Namaste. Namaste. So you heard my profile coming from a background of law enforcement agencies with the experience of more than 30 years now, and started in the field of cyber security in the year 2004. And with law enforcement, 2008, when I started the first cybercrime cell of Uttar Pradesh Police in Agra. And since then, I've been working very actively. I'm an eminent faculty to BP R&D right now, Bureau for Police Research and Development. And the last 3 years, continuously, I was working as a consultant to CID Haryana Police, training the law enforcement officers and helping them investigating crimes. So as per the recent data of I4C, Indian Cybercrime Coordination Center, there is a figure which came out in the newspaper which said that in the first 9 months of 2024, we had 12 lakh complaints of cyber threats and cyber crimes, which means that every 1 minute, 3 crimes are happening in the country. In the first 9 months, we lost 11,333 crores to these cyber scams. And there were 3 top prominent scams which were measured. One was fake stock trading scams. Number 2 was investment scams in crypto. And number 3 was digital arrest. And all these 3 scams, taking the major chunk of money which was lost, that was 11,333 crores. I started seeing cybercrime in 1998 and 2004 when the hacker only used social engineering. And we have heard, if you have heard of these pockets which were created at Jamtara, where the hacker used to call you randomly and ask you for a OTP, saying that I'm calling from SBI, give me your OTP. And you used to think that I don't even have an account in SBI, how can he ask me the OTP? And since then, the crime has evolved, and where before the companies could come up and use AI proactively to bring in security, or to use generative AI to bring in proactive cyber security, before that the hackers got very active. They could do voice cloning, they could create deep fakes, and they could create malwares which were so intelligent in form of APKs and ISA files, and which they started distributing through trusted contact attack. So they could first get into your messengers, and from your messengers they could share those APKs. And what were those APKs? They were nothing else but high-end Trojans, which were only stealing your SMS. You were stealing your SMS, and they were stealing the banking credentials from your devices. And till date, we are not able to stop this menace of installing a APK file to your device, which is coming like a legitimate file to you. So it will come to you from a bank saying that your KYC is due, you have to download this APK. Hackers were never so intelligent initially when the crime started. Today, 45% of these crimes which I mentioned are taking place from Cambodia, Laos and Vietnam, where there are call centers being operated by some agencies. And Indians, software engineers who were looking for a job abroad, are stuck there. We call it cyber slavery. The recent figure came out was 5,000, and it is much more than 5,000. So today, with artificial intelligence, and just now today in itself, I was reading somewhere that DeepSeek has become the new toy for the hackers now. And they are more active there now. So what I'm concerned here is that in a country where we have 100 crore internet users, we are an ambitious digital India where all our money is digital now. We are still living on an authentication process called OTP, and we are dependent on SIM cards, and where SIM swapping has become very easy for the hackers. We were talking about data security. There is a place called dark web where you can find millions of your data. You can see your password right now, which is lying there on dark web. And what are we secured with? We are secured with a 2-step verification process, which is again my SMS, which is coming in, and it can be stolen by a simple Trojan. So recently there was a case in my cybercrime cell where a cooperative bank, they lost 16.71 crores, and this money was taken out into 179 mole accounts. The funny part was that the RTGS approval system was hijacked by stealing the bank manager credentials. So the phishing is becoming very intelligent. It was not that intelligent. पहले वो क्या करता था hacker? RakshitTandon.com is my website. He used to create RakshitTandon.com, and we used to get phished कि भाई वो टंडन साहब की मेल आई है. हम टंडन और टॉन्डॉन पे ध्यान नहीं देते थे. तो मेरा मानना ये है कि समय के साथ हम लोगों ने अपना DQ इम्प्रूव नहीं किया. हम लोग टेक्नोलॉजी में तो बहुत आगे हैं. हमारे मोबाइल सबके स्मार्ट हैं और आपको खुद पता होगा. हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू हैव एन एप्पल फोन हियर? तो अभी अभी आपको पता होगा लास्ट मंथ एप्पल को 95 मिलियन की पेनल्टी देनी पड़ी सिर्फ इसलिए क्योंकि सिरी आपकी सारी पर्सनल बातें रिकॉर्ड कर रहा था. सिरी was eavesdropping on all your private conversation and they had to pay a penalty of how much? 95 million. So today DQ is one thing which is very important. AI is going to evolve, it is going to get better day by day, and I'm waiting for the new weapon which has to be announced soon, which will be announced by Meta. So I hope all of you use WhatsApp here. On WhatsApp, on the top head, you have a blue color button. Great. So he's learning you now. The Meta AI has started learning you कि आप घर से निकलते ही किससे चैट करते हो और एयरपोर्ट से उतरते ही किससे मैसेज करते हो और रात को 2 बजे सोने के टाइम पे गुड नाइट किस पे जाता है और हार्ट वाला एमोजी किसके पास जाता है. So the AI will learn you very well. And one abhi it happened with me. I just went to ChatGPT and I wrote randomly. I wrote about from my previous interaction, what do you know about me? And I was shocked. It gave me a 1-pager explaining whatever I do in my life, how I behave, what better I can do. And he could also took the inputs. I don't know how he got the inputs from. So my better half one day said to me that, Mr. Tandon, you are traveling 365 days and going to conferences and you are bringing such beautiful mementos. We have no space left. And I've been working for last 20 years now. And I'm being felicitated by so many awards I don't even remember. So I said, okay, I'll write a mail that don't give me planters and just plant a tree in my name and don't give me mementos. That ChatGPT told me this. So I hope my point is clear. We are all talking about data security, but all of our data are breached and the hackers are weaponizing data. Have you heard about the digital arrest crime? So recently a techie in Bangalore, 39-year-old, he works in a software company, he lost only 11.8 crore in digital arrest. He got an automated call that we are calling from Try and your number is being misused. And the only thing he knew was your Aadhaar number. Why? Because the data is breached. It is available, easily available. So today, data has been weaponized. And if you're looking at these products which we are listening since morning, if you really need to implement before the DPDP rules are enacted and you have to pay a penalty of 50 to 250 crores, it's high time that the organizations who are into startups and consumer services, their priority has to be data security. I am very positive about AI, where I can use AI for predicting crime, for predicting the data which we already have. We can use it, and there are also many products coming in. I am doing a project, I can't disclose it here, but it's a little classified kind of a project for government, where I am using AI to act as a VAPT hacker for me. So rather than I using tools for VAPT and it will give me a report after 10 or 15 days, I want AI to get trained for all the top 10 OS vulnerabilities and immediately give me a result on which server and which IP, what are the loopholes so I think AI can be used very well in this as well. And fighting the challenge of deepfake, this is high time that like UK recently has passed a law and they are criminalizing those applications which are causing deep nudes for children, for CSAM. In my profile, if you learn, I have spoken to 7 million young minds in the country. And I talk to them about cyber hygiene, I talk to them about digital diet, and I talk to them about DQ. And just day before, I was very occupied because we received a bomb threat in 4 top schools of Noida, where the schools were evacuated. They're all top 4 schools, very good schools. We had to send in a bomb squad, proper protocols were followed, and every child was checked and sent back home. Exam, sab khatam. And when we tracked down to that email, it was sent by a VPN. And finally, when we did digital footprinting, it came out that it was done by a 9th grader, 14-year-old child. And the reason he gave was कि मेरा मन नहीं था स्कूल जाने का. So this is becoming scary now. 11th grader is hacking his father's phone and asking for a ransom of 10 CR. And he's in 5th grade. And he said that I learned it from YouTube. So we have brilliant young minds, and I started doing this internship with Gurugram Police for last 11 years now. And now I am doing it with other stakeholders of government, where I'm finding these young minds and we are using them for doing something very good. So few of my interns are now posted in Army, they are with Navy Intelligence, and they're doing brilliant jobs because we are the best resource in brains. The only problem is they are not getting the right mentorship. And I think with AI, this is going to create both opportunity as well as threat, whether it's a deep nude or a deep fake video. I don't know how many of you have heard that a Bangalore resident recently lost 95 lakh rupees because he heard Mr. Narayan Murthy and Mr. Mukesh Ambani promoting a stock application. Our official stock is called Kotak Security Neo app, and the hacker has created Kotak Neo.top. Same design, sab kuch same. He downloaded this app and he lost 95 lakh rupees in a stock trading scam. Till date this is happening. So Google has recently given a warning just few days back. 2.5 billion Gmail accounts are at threat because of AI hacking. Google himself has given this warning. And I don't think anybody sitting here doesn't has a Android phone. You must be having an Android phone connected to your Gmail account and your Gmail connected to your Google Cloud where all your data is synced. So imagine the hackers using AI to create a sophisticated phishing attack. Not a normal phishing attack like Tandon and Tandon, but it is going to be a support Google Mail. Today itself, the Microsoft Active Federation System Service Directory has been attacked by a sophisticated phishing attack, and that was created by the help desk security. And if you look at the mail, I can challenge any technical guy who can make out whether this mail is real or fake. And who has done it? A few codes on AI has done it. So generative AI has increased the threat level. So it's high time that we all as cybersecurity companies start planning. And you know, in 2025, what I'm going to see, I'm also going to see the hackers getting into your AI algorithm and hacking it. So they'll be making your AI engine dysfunctional or giving false records by getting into your code. And I don't have my laptop, I would have shown you. So February 23, when ChatGPT came, and I remember it was a similar hotel and I was invited for talk. It was a Times of India conference and I had the laptop and I just wrote on ChatGPT, who is Rakshit Tandon? And the answer came, he was a well-known cybersecurity expert. Sadly, he passed away in July 2022 due to a heart attack. And then I had to write a legal mail, and after that it was corrected, and they very simply said, we are very sorry, it was a technical glitch. It was a technical glitch. So, and I remember this glitch happened because one of our very close and dear friend we lost, a very, very fine and a very renowned cyber law expert, Neeraj Arora sir. And Neeraj Arora sir also used the same hashtag, cyber law expert, cyber expert, and we normally use these hashtags when you write something in LinkedIn or Google or Twitter, hashtag cyber expert, hashtag cyber law expert, and it was a glitch. But 2025, I can warn you now, you are trying to protect AI tools from hacking. There will be hackers who will be hacking into the AI engine and malicifying the algorithms of AI which you are depending on. And that will be the new threat for 2025. So with this, thank you so much for inviting me and having my views on it. You can just search Dr. Rakshit Tandon, you'll find me everywhere. I'm always there. I mainly work on investigations, so I'm the bad guy. I don't get any good news. But yes, I am an investigator and a forensic expert. So any services, just Google Rakshit Tandon, you'll find me. Namaskar, thank you, and Jai Hind. On time. No alarm, no beep.